What's going on, guys? It's Ruben here, back again with another action figure video review, and tonight we're going to be having a look at the Mcfarlane's Harry Potter series Harry Potter figure. Now, this figure is actually pretty cool, guys. Mcfarlane has done a great job once again, giving us an amazing line. I love it whenever Mcfarlane releases a line from a movie or from a series and releases like a certain amount of figures, at least the main characters. You know, they don't release everything, but they release the main characters, and that's really all I care about. I know recently they released the Labyrinth figure, the David Bowie figure, the Goblin King from the movie. However, they didn't release Jennifer Connelly, so yeah, I'm not gonna get that figure. There's really no point in getting it if the Jennifer Connelly figure, the Sarah figure, wasn't released. But see, something like this, I'll definitely get. I was a bit worried at first because I was worried they weren't going to release Hermione, and I only saw product pictures of Harry, Ron, and Voldemort, and I was like, where's Hermione? And then later I went to a store and saw the back of a packaging and saw that Hermione was part of the line. And I was like, all right, definitely I'll get it. However, I could never return to that. I believe I saw it in a Barnes & Noble, and I went back a while back, and they didn't have it, so I was like, I'll just order it online. So went on eBay, found all the figures and ordered them, at least the trio. As of the making of this video, I do not have Lord Voldemort just yet, but I will be getting him, don't worry. Anyway, guys, as always, before we look at the figure itself, let's have a look at the packaging first, and we'll be right back to this amazing figure. So here we have the packaging, guys, and it's pretty simple for Mcfarlane. They usually do the square rectangle-shaped packaging. However, they do a different type of packaging, like when it comes to like the actual artwork and stuff. But yeah, as you can see on top, we do have the little hook hanger for the shelves. It says Harry Potter on top, ages 12 and up. You get a pretty cool white packaging overall. In the background, you get the Harry Potter posters, like you see in the movie. It says the Wizarding World right there, and then you get the Harry Potter. You get a picture of Harry Potter right there on the side. And then you get the Harry Potter logo right there, and a bunch of artwork back there. It also says Harry Potter down there. Same thing on the side. On the bottom, just a bunch of read-ups and stuff, a little barcode. On the top says Mcfarlane Toys. On the back, you get Warner Bros. Logo right there, Wizarding World. Mcfarlane, you can follow him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Mcfarlane Toys down there. And you get the Harry Potter logo on top, and you get the rest of the figures in the wave, including Buckbeak. Not really interested in that figure, to be honest, but I'll probably end up getting him later on. We'll see, just to do a review over him. But he's not in scale with the rest of the figures, obviously, just a little thing to put on your shelf. But yeah, the figures in the wave do include Harry Potter, which is what we're looking at today, Hermione Granger, Ron Weasley, and Lord Voldemort. Like I said, I have all of them except for Lord Voldemort, so I will be ordering him here pretty soon. And when he comes in, we'll finish off the series reviews with him. So there's the packaging, guys, and I do want to include by saying this is the thickest of all the packaging. The rest of the packagings are pretty thin, but this was the first figure that I ever bought. So I think I'm going to review them in order in which they arrived in. So yeah, there's the packaging, guys. Let's go ahead and look at the figure. So here we have the Harry Potter figure, guys. He's an amazing figure. Let me take him off the stand here. I'll talk more about the stand here in a little bit. And at first, I was a bit confused as which this figure was from. I couldn't really decide which movie it was from, and then I realized, oh wait, this is from the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. I think most notably the first one, Part 1. But yeah, here we have him with his brown coat on. And I'm really glad they decided to release the Deathly Hallows figures instead of like any other film, because I feel like they would have given us one in his like school uniform, but instead they gave us like, civilian uniform, which is really cool. But yeah, you have him with this brown jacket here, a little blue jacket underneath as well, and then you got this gray t-shirt underneath. He's got some blue jeans right there, some shoes, and he does have this little toe pivot, which we haven't seen in a very long time, so that's really different. Haven't seen that on a figure in a while. I was actually really worried they were gonna mess up on his head sculpt, because usually with figures with glasses, companies have a hard time doing that. But yeah, let me turn up the brightness so you can see a bit better. There you go. But no, they did an amazing job with the hair, the eyes, the glasses as well. Looks great. That's what I'm usually worried about on figures, is the head sculpt. But no, this one is amazing. Really great. The only complaint I have is with the hands here. See on the cuffs of the jacket here, you can see that the paint is bleeding through right here on the sides. So that's a bit unfortunate, and it's on both hands as well. You can tell right there. So yeah, but besides that, I mean, you're not really going to notice that all that often. But you know, aside from that, the figure is great. But I'm going to go ahead and give him a rating of 9 out of 10. But pretty good. Let's go ahead and look at his accessories real quick. So for Harry's accessories, we get this amazing stand. It says Harry Potter right there on the stand. And you do get sort of like a gravel right here. And at first glance, it does look familiar because we did get this before with the Walking Dead series here. The Mcfarlane also releases the Rick Grimes one. And it's the exact same thing right there with the ground. It also came with Negan. Negan's was the only one that was really different because he has like pebbles on the floor as well. This is the Walking Dead one. This is the Harry Potter one. So I believe this is pretty frequent with the Mcfarlane. They started doing this with all their figures, which I don't mind. It's actually really good because the figure does have a hard time standing up without the stand. As you can tell, I just have him propped against the wall there. So yeah, that's his first accessory. His second accessory does come with his Patronus, which is a deer. This is actually really cool. I'm glad they included this with the figure. The horns, if you do mess with them, they do fall off, but the horns did come off separate. So did the stand. And the stand is a bit difficult to peg into the hole. Because it won't go in all the way. However, it'll go in just enough for it to stand like that. But I do love the translucent of this. I do love how it only has the front legs because, you know, the back is sort of wavy like a ghost. But I do love this. This is really cool. And by the way, each figure comes with his own Patronus. So yeah, that is really cool. That just fell off. And he also does come with a wand. And I love how the wand is a bendable plastic, so it's easier to get in there. That way you don't have to worry about it breaking. But yeah, there you have his wand with the black handle and the brown. So yeah, it's a bendy rubber. And that just goes in like so. That's how I have him posed with. And he also does come with these accessories. I don't know what they're for. You can drop it in the comments if you know what these are for. But it does come with these clips. Don't know what these are for at all. Couldn't figure it out. Maybe they're for the stand. Maybe they're for the Patronus. I have no idea. But each figure does come with these. But have no idea what these are for. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and jump into articulation. And then we'll do size comparison time. So for his articulation, Harry's head does go up that much. Does go down that much. Does rotate. I believe you're able to pop off his head. It is on a ball joint, but haven't really had any problems with his head popping off. His shoulders do go in and out like so. It does rotate at the shoulder, and it does have a shoulder cut right there. That's really cool. It does have a double bend at the elbow. Mine's pretty stiff though, and with Mcfarlane figures, you don't want to bend it too much. It does rotate at the wrist. It does pivot at the wrist. That ball joint at the wrist does kind of bother me because it does look misplaced. I wish they would have like done it at the wrist right here between the cuff and the hand, but yeah. Oh, it doesn't really bother me, but I don't know. I guess I'm just not used to seeing that. It does have a bit of an ab crunch right there. It does rotate there as well. Nothing at the waist. His legs do kick forward that much. Do kick backward that much. He has that DC-UC crotch joint that we usually get with the DC figures. However, these are a bit different and they don't go out all the way because it is hindered by the jacket. But yeah, I just decided to point that out. It does have the DC-UC crotch joint. It doesn't have an upper thigh cut. That kind of sucks. It does have a bend at the knee. Double bend at the knee. My bad. Rotation at the ankle. Pivot at the ankle. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, his toes do articulate. This one does. That one's a bit stiff. I don't know what to say about those ball joints for the ankles. Those remind me of like Mafex or, you know, one of those foreign companies. So I'm not really used to seeing that on Mcfarlane. It's kind of cool that they went with it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the Snyder Cut figures, by the way. Those look amazing. But yeah, that's his articulation for Harry Potter. Let's go ahead and jump into size comparison time. So to measure out this Harry Potter figure, he does stand at 7 inches tall. So yeah, that's the 7-inch line for Mcfarlane. And for size comparison, here we have him next to Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley right there. And he's actually the tallest of them all. No, actually, I'll take that back. He's just, you know, same size as Ron right there. But yeah, there you have it for the other figures. And here we have him next to some other Mcfarlane figures. The Mcfarlane's Color Tots Walking Dead Rick and Negan figure right there. And wow, Negan's pretty tall. So yeah, Negan stands taller than all of them. But yeah, he does stand about the same height as Rick right there. Actually a little taller. So yeah, there you have it, guys. And then here we have him next to a NECA Police Station Assault Terminator figure, and the Terminator just stands a little taller than he does. And here we have him next to a 6-inch figure, the Marvel Legends Classic Spider-Man figure. And finally, the Star Wars Black Series First Order Stormtrooper figure. And there you have it, guys, the Mcfarlane Harry Potter figure. It's an amazing figure, guys. I gotta give it a 9 out of 10. Because of those cuffs on the where the hands are, they are a bit messy, but you know, something like that is expected from a toy company that does paint instead of just like prints out their figures. So no, I mean, I do respect Mcfarlane for releasing this. This is an amazing figure, an amazing line so far. I'm not finished with the entire line, but this is an amazing line so far. But yeah, Harry's probably honestly my second favorite out of the whole line. I will be reviewing Hermione next, and then Ron, and then whenever Lord Voldemort comes in, I'll be reviewing him as well. But yeah, this is an amazing figure, man. I don't own too many Mcfarlane figures, just those Walking Dead ones and then this one, but it's honestly really cool. I kind of wish Mcfarlane would do more lines like this, but yeah, great job. Cannot wait to get those Snyder Cut figures, by the way. Love the movie. Cannot wait to get the figures. But yeah, guys, I got into Harry Potter last year around COVID time. Whenever COVID hit, I decided to go out and buy the movies, and when I bought the movies, I got really into it. As a kid, I only remember watching the first one, but now that I've seen all the movies and own them all on Blu-ray, really great series. Really great series. Love the figures, too. Anyway, guys, there you have it for the review. Stay tuned to the next reviews. Like I said, this is an amazing figure. Can't wait to get into the next figures to show you guys. But yeah, amazing figure. Highly recommend picking this up if you are a Harry Potter fan. Pick up the whole series, dang it. It's an amazing series. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. As always, it's been a Rubik's Film. Peace out.